Logan.
And I'm Vince!
And it's time once again
to recommend things.
Vince! What do you recommend today?
I'm recommending a video game. It's a little different. I don't recommend those particularly often, but I'm recommending the Invincible Iron Man for Game Boy Advance.
Wow.
And that was kind of the response that I had when I saw it. I saw it on a shelf and I went, man, I need to get that game. and lo and behold, I did. You know, here's the deal. I enjoy this game a lot. It's a lot of fun to me. But would I say it's good in comparison to most other games? No.
No. Okay.
Here's a...
Hey, it's a superhero game.
Yeah, I mean, you're lucky if you can even get it to function. I mean, you're lucky if you can get a superhero game that's not just this cluster hoo-ha to heck.
That's true.
That was the most PG I could make that statement.
Well, you know, I keep thinking about hiring a censor, but you keep doing it yourself, so we're good. Yeah. Appreciate that.
So here's what's kind of cool about this game. If you like Mega Man, you'll like the Invincible Iron Man for GBA. And so you control Iron Man, and you usually use a repulsor blast. You can power it up and release a more powerful repulsor blast. You can't actually fly, but you can do this double jump thing, which is kind of bizarre. You can dash. You can dash in the air, I believe. I forget. So it's like unto flying. Eventually, you get the chance to use a unibeam. So you get to employ some of his powers here. But what's nice about it is it's this. I like these fun linear games where you don't necessarily need to devote hours and hours. So if you can find it cheap, I recommend it cheap because you're not going to get loads of game time out of this. But it's one of those little fun shoot 'em. You shoot things up, shoot 'em up games, or button mashers as we like to call them. Mega Man's much harder than this game, but it's still challenging in its own right. That's the thing, is that I thought it was so strange. I've only ever seen this game twice. And the second time I picked it up because it was a series of years between. I thought, man, yeah, 2002. So I saw this around about 2002 and then didn't see it again until, 2006, I think. So I picked it up. It's just something that's not in a whole lot of stores. And it's Iron Man. I mean, how many Iron Man video games were there for predating the Iron Man movies?
Not a lot.
Yeah.
And in fact, usually when you saw Iron Man, he was in some other Marvel game.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been in some fighting games, and he's been in some Avengers games, but, usually... I mean, I always say Iron Man was considered by a lot of people to be nearly a second-string character before the movies, and now he's right up there with Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's screwing up his characterization, all sorts of fun stuff.
What are you talking about?
Civil War, when that happened.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Let's start a comment war about Civil War right in the middle of this video.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Nah, I'm done. That's the thing, is that I don't have a whole lot to say about this game, but it's
1, 2, 3, 4. We declare a Civil War.
You
Civil Fun War.
I mean, it's, even on the back it says, Blizzard and Crimson Dynamo, and I beat this game, but it was a long time ago. And I recommend it. I think it's a lot of fun. And I say that just a little reluctantly because I realize the general caliber of superhero games, and it's not so much that this thing's anything really above that. It's an adequate gaming experience. But,
and you just had nothing better to recommend this week.
Oh, yeah. It was.
I'm kidding.
I have some actual better superhero games that I have not recommended that I totally could, but I didn't. So,
well, Vince.
Yes.
Today,
you got something cool?
I do. I'm going to recommend also a video game, and I'm also going to recommend a superhero video game. And it's download only, so I don't have it here with me, but I'll put up some gameplay footage. I'm going to. What?
We're gonna hold up the back of an instruction booklet.
No,
so that you can think that he's recommending a video game.
It'll be like Doctor Who. Just imagine whatever is on this to be the thing that I want you to see.
Yes.
I'm going to recommend Marvel Pinball.
Oh yeah.
Marvel Pinball. It's fantastic. I just downloaded it the other day. It's downloadable on 360 and PS3. And would you stop it with the instruction booklet? Yeah, I don't need that. I'm with the FBI. Anyway, so It's this really cool, really inexpensive download. What you do, and I'll explain this process because it took me a while to figure out how to do it because I had read some reviews of the Marvel Pinball game, not knowing how to actually find it. So what you do is you go on either Xbox Live or the PlayStation Network, and you go to Pinball FX2 is the name of the actual thing you download. And what this is actually it's actually a pinball engine that has multiple pinball tables you can download for it. So the engine itself is free. You just download the pinball game, and it's free, but then you have to pay for all the pinball tables and our machines. And the pinball machines are like $2.50, $3 a piece. Like, they're all really cheap, and they're really good, and they're all the ones I played so far are really good pinball machines. So if you download the Marvel package, so it's an extra download, is what I'm saying. You download the Pinball FX2 thing, and then you get the package, and the Marvel package is 4 games, and it's $10, is all it is. And they're all really good tables. There's a Spider-Man table, there's an Iron Man table, there's a Blade table, which I was really surprised by, but it's awesome. And then there's also a what's the 4th one? Why can't I think? No, Wolverine. And then they just put out a Fantastic Four table. So there's a 5th one now, but you download it by itself. They just put it out like a week or 2 ago because of the 50th anniversary of Fantastic Four. And events are all really fun. Like I won't go through all of them, but like the Spider-Man table, it has like 3 tiers to it. So like the first tier, you fight. It's got like 3 different villains that you fight depending on the tier. So you fight Green Goblin a lot. And then if you get up to the 2nd tier where the flippers are for that tier, you fight somebody else, and then at the top there's Doc Ock and Mysterio. I forget what the 2nd tier is, but anyway, if you get the multi-ball, if you get Green Goblin's multi-ball, the extra balls are orange. Because they're supposed to be pumpkin bombs. They do some really fun, neat stuff with it. And
it's kind of cool.
I really like the Fantastic Four one, because they do things like, in each of the tables, by the way, they have the characters for the tables standing like on the sides of the table, and they'll do different things with balls. So like, the Fantastic Four one, they'll have Mr. Fantastic like stretch his arm out and grab the ball and throw it somewhere, depending on what you hit, if you hit the right thing. And they're all just like really competent pinball machines. Like if you're the kind of person that really likes challenging pinball machines, this is totally a great game to get. And again, it's really inexpensive. Loads and loads, hours and hours of fun. The Blade machine is really wicked slick. What they do with it is it changes from day to night and then to day again. And there's like and you don't hit a certain thing that makes it change. It's just timed that way. So you have different missions that you do on the pinball table depending on what time it is. And so then they have, when it's nighttime, like Hannibal is sleeping during the day with this big giant gun. And then when it's nighttime, Hannibal gets up with his giant gun, and then if you hit the right things, he shoots vampires with it. It's awesome. And just this huge blast was like, and then he hits things with it. But anyway, there's not a lot else to say about it. Experience it for yourself. But it's pinball machines, and all the big game sites reviewed it and gave it really high scores. And that's why I looked it up, because I was like, really? These big game sites gave it like 8 out of 10? I was like, oh my god, I'm very surprised, because usually casual kind of games, a lot of these sites don't really like that much. And I kid you not, most of them opened their reviews with something like, after all the really complicated, involved games we have to play constantly, it's kind of nice to have something that you could just sit down and play. I'm like, yes, that's what I'm always saying. You know what I mean? Like, so it's pretty cool. So anyway, I don't know. If you like pinball machines, play that. It's all kinds of cool.
I do like pinball machines.
See? You should come over and play it.
Yeah.
It's fun. You'd like it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I recommend.
Yeah, and that's what I recommend.
And thanks a lot for watching us recommend things. We'll recommend something for you once again next week. I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Vince!